Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to another incredible day. My name is Jenny, and this is Find Peace and Harmony with Jenny. I'm going to light this a bit more and get the space cleared out. Begin channeling our message for today. If you're watching this the day of recording, we are celebrating the new year, the year of the fire horse. And I can feel the momentum for all of us coming in. Creation, divinity, the blessings and manifestations you've been asking for. This is the year. Here they come. Is one of my favorite lines in a movie, so hold on to your butts. So today's candle is that of the third eye. So this is inviting the third eye chakra, third eye healing. So if you've been feeling as though you've been receiving intuitive hits, if you will, know that the spiritual team is aligned and inviting you to keep going with that practice. I'm hearing you're doing great. Keep going. You've got this. You can do this. So if there was any doubt, let this message be reassurance that you do have this. Your beautiful gifts can encourage and inspire others. So allow them to flow free. Our spirit guide today brought me great happiness seeing this individual. This is the owl. I wanted to call it a great horned owl. So if that resonates with you, I encourage you to look into what that means. I know that there's no physical horn ears on this image, but that's what I was being called to share. The reason that this spiritual guide or spirit guide animal holds so much love within my heart is these figurines actually came from my paternal grandmother. I was gifted them when she transitioned to non-physical, and she was often gifted images, sculptures, and other things related to the owl. So I'm feeling called to inspire to share with you that your grandparents, specifically grandmothers, are excited to be in your energies and support you on your journeys. I invite you to light a candle for your grandmothers, letting them know that you see, hear, and feel them, and are encouraged to share more messages with you. Call out their names, sing a song that they enjoyed with you, or laugh as you reminisce about the beauty that their life brought to yours. Dear loved ones, what a beautiful message to get started. Let's find out what the intent of this reading is for today. Knowing this message will find you as needed, for you are always in the right place at the right time. It's Arakura. It's all about blossoming. So look at that. Just as an encouragement, we were talking about, you've got this, keep going. You're getting started. Have patience in the process and don't give up. You've got this. You can do great things. The flowing energy of this card. I mean, talk about maternal. There she is, beautifully sprouting from that image of a flower, blooming and blossoming. Dear loved ones, and this is you. Just to finish that sentence, but I just am being called that there's so much love and light in this card. It makes my heart so happy that I want to giggle. And I'm noticing things happening in this card that I hadn't noticed before. So at first I thought this individual was in space or some sort of space-time because it looked like there were moons and lots of stars all around. But then when I look closer, those look like bubbles to me, and bubbles underwater. So therefore, encouraging you to keep blossoming wherever you're planted, whatever the environment may be. So if it's space, if it's underwater, if it's on land, it doesn't matter. Keep blossoming, keep going. You've got this. How exciting. Huh. So this energy is absolutely gorgeous. I'm so happy that this is the energy of our reading today. So what do we need to keep going with? Let's get some more cards and find out. I want to keep going. I'm ready to get going. Am I noticing the signs? Am I doing the things that bring forth what it is that I want to bloom and blossom? Let's get more information. And how perfect. I know everything is divinely guided, and all the things that we do, as long as we trust, align right in the right place at the right time. But the reason that I love this and I'm celebrating that much more is the deck here that I'm shuffling. For me is really playful. There's this little being, this little creature. They're called Light Sprite Tarot. Let me show you the box after I pull this last card. This is a locally created tarot deck. It's by an individual that has a shop not too far from where I live. My daughter had taken me out for my birthday, asked me to stop in this shop with her. And as I stopped in, I couldn't help but be inspired to pick up this deck and celebrate for its jovial, its fun. It brings forth a sense of levity. Got our shadow work there too. So here we are, the Light Sprite Tarot. Absolutely fun. This little being finds so much adventure in the Fool's Journey through the major arcana and all of the life experiences through the minor arcana. So if you are encouraged to check this out, Light Sprite Tarot, I'm a big fan. I really like it, and all of the jovial, the lightness, the love that I can feel projected through these cards. So as we get started, let's go ahead and finish out what we needed to. That's exactly what this card is telling me. The Ten of Swords means finality, completion of the mind, completion of the thoughts. Stop thinking about that thing anymore. You've been thinking about it, and you've thought it to death. Maybe not death, but more so, that's just a saying or a phrase. You've thought of it until you can't any longer. So know that there's no more thoughts needed to apply to this conversation, for it is complete, it is final, it is done. Now is the time to take the messages of what you've been looking to grow and flourish and bring them to others. So the Page of Pentacles is encouraging you to talk about what you've been manifesting, what you've been calling in, what your passions are, what you've been growing or maybe sitting on over the season. For the acorn falls and doesn't begin its sprouting process until the spring. So falling in the winter, just hanging out, or falling in the fall, hanging out over winter, and then actually sprouting or blossoming, starting to begin its maturing in the spring. And then, of course, to go with spring, we see there are blueberries there and these beautiful flowers starting to grow. That lightness, trusting your intuition, calling forth what you're feeling guided to do. So trust yourself. So much of what you do is divinely guided and inspired by your higher self, with information to support you through those beings that appear, through all of these instances that call forth what it is you need to know at this time. And then concluding this, we're talking about the Eight of Wands. So with ferocity, with passion, I just feel this vigor coming forward. There's so much momentum into all that you've been creating. So keep going. And the daffodil is one of the earlier flowers that bloom in my area. So when I see the daffodil here, it's just reminding me that this will come forth very quickly for you, not just by the Eight of Wands coming through, but it's going to be one of the first blossoms that you see. So maybe you notice a few manifestations, smaller ones coming forward. When I think of smaller, I'm thinking of the crocus, which is a relatively low to the ground plant. It is one of the first to actually bloom, and sometimes will bloom through snow. So it's incredible to see those pops of color coming in. They should be coming in the next couple weeks here. They're frost resistance, so they do hang out for a time that other flowers cannot. But the daffodils are right behind them, so they're coming up typically slightly before the tulips and then continue into tulip season as well. Knowing that they are delicate themselves with their petals, with hollow stems, you will want to treat this manifestation with kindness and care. Making sure, I'm going to continue with the daffodil flower itself. It does emit, an, as it absorbs water, it releases other components of itself into the water, which can be toxic to other flowers. So you can't usually put daffodils with tulips for the daffodil oils and nutrients that seep out of it as it absorbs water will kill the tulips, or really reduce their lifespan to hours, if anything. So I encourage you to leave this alone by itself. Don't look to culminate or condense things into multiples, for that will not support you in this way. You may find that by combining this inspiration or this inspired action with other actions that are ready to blossom and bloom, you may find that it's not best suited, that these things don't correlate with one another. And the flame was going wild right there. I know that it's a wick, so it's going to generate different flames and things like that, but there's no air cycling through here. Even my furnace is off to reduce the sound coming through this recording. So know that there's not a lot of breezes to shift that. So I would take that as a sign or an indication to keep going, to make sure that you leave this inspired action, this inspired bloom gets its own space. So grant it its own space. No multitasking when it comes to this specific endeavor. What should we work on? We always love our shadow cards, and this is just a component of ourselves that we need to focus on to assist in this journey overall. The shadow work coming forward is the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So Two of Pentacles usually has us picking this or that, this or that. What choice would you like? Both of them being beautiful, but in this sense, you've already made that choice. So continue to resonate in the choices and decisions that you've made, knowing that you can go back and you can flourish the other one. It isn't an all or nothing type thing here. So trust in yourself and look at these purple spheres resonating with our purple candle, that third eye, butterflies of transformation. We are stepping into the year of the fire horse today. So that transformation, ending the cycle of the snake, stepping into the cycle of the horse, is a great transition for each of us. And the energies here just feel so beautiful. They feel so light. They feel so encouraging and inspired. I feel, dare I say, young again. So embrace those energies. Call into your being that lightheartedness. Like sitting around on a summer day, no school, no work, nothing to do but exist. Feel the breeze and the beautiful rays of the sun. Admire everything that's surrounding you, growing, playing, admiring. I do feel that some of you are being admired right now. As I looked over in my mind's eye, I saw somebody glancing at me and felt my cheeks go rosy. So if you've noticed energies popping into your own different than your own, I encourage you to look further into that. For it feels as though somebody else has their eye on you. You are their decision, and they are excited to embrace whatever new you bring with it. This doesn't have to be romantic, but it does feel as though there's a great sense of love, respect, and companionship that will come with this. How exciting for each of us. What a beautiful message, encouraging all of the things that we've been culminating and creating. Keep going, loved ones. You're doing great. And know that as, and the confirmation there from my furry companion, in case you didn't hear that, he agrees. And in the meantime, until we meet again, know that I am surrounding you with love and light.